Hello, my friends. Welcome or welcome back. I am your local art witch, and today I want to talk to you about this book. This is the Home and Happiness Botanical Workbook. Retails for about $26 Canadian. This is written by Pip Waller. They're a medical herbalist, plant spirit practitioner. They were a clinical supervisor for the National Institute of Medical Herbalists. They do have some other books. I'll link that in the description. I will want to look at those books myself. This is a vegan, cruelty-free guide to homemaking. As a hedge witch, most of my work is around the hearth, the home. I found this in chapters for $15. This book, she has very helpfully, Pip has, broken up into sections. This is a very beautifully illustrated book. It makes me want to draw, honestly. Here's the sections. There are so many recipes in this book. It is well worth the $26.27. I can't believe I managed to find it for $15. This is the introduction. They talk about plants and how we've become reliant on pretty harsh chemicals, and they do hurt the planet, so we go over that a little bit. They briefly cover the history of how people used to always just use plants when doing home care, which is nice because sometimes when we think of using natural products day to day, sometimes it feels like things aren't getting as clean as what we're used to. Natural cleaning, connecting with the natural world. These are all bonuses that we can get. We can see the value of the plants and what the earth provides us through trying to minimize our harm to the planet through getting to know these plants. This section here, she has a quick one on sourcing herbs, foraging, wildcrafting. When I look through again, they don't quite state the gear that you should have. Make sure that your pants are long, covered, especially if you're going to be going in tall grass. You want everything kind of secure because of ticks. Very, very scary. A good source of gloves because things that can be quite pokey. Little pair of gardening shears, like a little toolkit that you can carry with yourself while you're foraging. Plant identification is going to be very, very important because the last thing you want to do is pick one thing thinking it's a specific plant. Make sure you know exactly what it is that you are picking before you pick it. I find, especially in the city, I don't tend to forage very often. One, because of just general pollution, the cars and stuff. We have a little section nearby where there's cattails. Every part of the cattail is useful, but I don't dare forage them because they like to grow in ditches. They like to absorb pollution. That's part of the beauty of what they do. But because I'm in a city and there's so many cars, I wouldn't want to really use it for anything. The most I could do is use the top of the cattail for stuffing my dolls, which is an idea. There's a section about growing herbs. As long as they're well watered, generally they tend to do pretty good. So a little bit about picking, drying, storing, buying herbs and other supplies. I like Bulk Barn for this. Here we have the key ingredients that we're going to need going throughout. And there is another section where it has a few more materials that you could need. But this is like our basic setup. Some of the key techniques that she's going to be using. Labeling and storing is going to be important. A surprising amount of the recipes in this book last a very long time, which is nice. A lot of the other things I was looking at only last about 6 months. Here, page 20 and 21 is very, very important how to use this book successfully. It's got a basic kit, the tools that we're going to need, the methods that they use, and then the recipes. Look how pretty this book is. Little note on safety here. she has included about every recipe, every issue that you could have in your house. Pip has thought of it. Regular cleaners, specifically scented cleaners. We've got sprays, cleansers, aromatic waters. It's cleansing, it smells nice, it's antimicrobial, like a sanitizer, but it's safe. This witch hazel one is also a stain remover, clean jewelry, and is part of other recipes, which is nice. So, oh, the illustrations though. Pastes, oven cleaners. There are polishes, washing up liquids, both for hand washing dishes. There's cleaners for your dishwasher, both to clean dishes and then ones to clean out the dishwasher every so often. Toilet cleaners, rinsing agents, disinfectants, the shower fresh spray to clean out your shower every so often. What's really cool, look, a toothbrush cleaner, like to really clean out your toothbrush. I've never seen anything like that before. Usually you just toss your toothbrush and you get a new one. There are specific cleaners for mirrors, for leather, for wood. There's polishes for metal, for raw wood, for your furniture, for carpets, both with and like if you have a pet, there are pet cleaners, laminate. Oh, mold removing sprays. That we move into the garden. This section is specifically laundry, eco-friendly laundry. What's nice about these is not only is it good for the environment, but it's good for those of us with sensitive skin. Speaking of, there is one, where is it? Psoriasis calming laundry liquid, anti-bug laundry soap, pets bedding laundry liquid, baby washing powder, stain removers, washing liquids. Oh yes, there are fabric conditioners scented with rose. And because it's natural, it doesn't have that. I tend to react badly to perfumes. My eyes get going, like running, my nose is running. And that only happens with synthetic scents. Natural scents seem to be okay for me. Smelly shoe sprays, bedding fabric conditioner, moth repellents. There are recipes for garden and houseplant care, which is really nice. Helps to control pests in a natural way. What's really cool and very thoughtful is when I quickly look through to remind myself what was in this book is that the repellents for slugs, mice, they are very humane. It's about repelling them, keeping them away, as opposed to actively harming them. Basically, you plant or place things that they do not like the scent of, and it helps to repel them. Especially slugs and stuff. I feel so bad for them. I understand that they can be a pest for gardeners. They really like the leaves, but they're just going to where they smell food. So just keeping them away and being more humane about it is very nice. Mice too. Like, I hate seeing mouse traps. Like, what a terrible way to go. Smoker's car fresheners. So car fresheners, like recipes for your car. Pets Corner. Yes, they have salves and carpet treatments. There's a skin salve for your animal if they're having skin issues. Like, it's so cool that somehow they have thought of everything. Inks, paints, and dyes. There's a gluten-free Play-Doh in here that I need to try out with my kids. Wood stains, exterior paints, interior paints. There's an artist oil paint. If you can think it, she has thought of it. Wild fabric dyeing. Like, a lot of these recipes here at the end, well, not the end, there's still a lot of book to go, but in this section here, I could see doing with my children to teach them about the land and how cool nature is. Oh, that's still more paints. Zero waste vegan food wraps. So ways to wrap your food without having to overuse plastics. I'll have to remember this one. Waterproofing mix for canvas. Happy home charms. Living anti-EMF remedy. Cleansing sticks. like smoke sticks, house protection charms, good luck charms. So there are a couple charms and spells you can do, sacred wood recipes, nettle strings, like so many cool things. And then at the end, we have a little herb directory. The images are all in black and white. We have the image of yarrow. Here's the common name, the Latin name, which is important. This tells us specifically what breed this is. It will describe it and then the uses for it. This is, if I remember correctly, this SPP means the species in general. Once again, correctly identifying the plants if you were foraging it yourself is very, very important. Cayenne pepper, insecticide for plants, deter cats from scratching your carpet. Coconut coffee, vetiver, grub, all of these. And it's quite the herb directory. We've got several pages. And then at the end here, sources, further reading. I really like it when books have a list of their references. I can double check that things are accurate. And then, of course, the index. This is a fantastic little book to have in your library, especially as I try to gear more toward natural living with the earth, minimizing my footprint. I want to bring in more of this type of stuff. My ideal dream is to have a homestead and raise chickens and, have a farm basically and live right with the land. Let my kids just run and play. The link for this book will be in my description if you're interested. There's a lot to love about this Home and Happiness workbook. And if you like the look of it, be sure to check my description. I've been your local art witch, and I'll see you all again next time. Take care now. Bye-bye.